Alright, so we've started a little bit differently today. We haven't started in the home menu, we've started straight into the sketch or into the drawing that you've so far created. And what we're going to be doing now is, if we come back to the one I prepared earlier, is come through and you can really look at the curves on the outside. Now they're very deliberate curves coming around. And to create that shape, we need to utilize some extruding that you probably haven't done yet, which is great. Let's change it up a bit. So let's do this. Let's come through. Let's go back to your drawing. First thing I need you to do is go sketch. Then click on this big plate here. I'm just going to make it look like this. Now if yours is facing long ways, if yours is turned to look like this, just come up to this lovely box up here and then come around and utilize these arrows down to, by the way, this is called the toggle cube, so you can toggle around and see, but so that you're seeing the same view I am, with the big square here and then lots of small rectangles coming across there. Beautiful. What we need to start off with doing is we need to draw a big box, and we're going to use a different type of rectangle this time. Before, we've always used the 2-point center. Today we're going to just use the 2-point rectangle. So select that and just draw a box bigger than, or a rectangle bigger than, the project. So I've just clicked outside and clicked there. Doesn't really, dimensions do not matter for this one. Just draw that so you can see that. Then we're going to use project. Now project is effectively going to copy a previous line that's from a different drawing or sketch. I'm going to utilize that on 3 lines today. On the very end line, and mine's gone yellow, if you can see that. It does. Then I'm going to go to the center, to the very center. It's the biggest square you've got in your plane. It's the 85mm distance one, those 2 center ones. And then we're going to come through and also do the end. Press escape to get out of that project geometry. We're then going to use the line tool, so press L on your keyboard. And we're going to find the very center of these lines here, of the 2 center ones. Select that and go up and type in a measurement of 38. Press escape, press the line tool and go down and do an exact same thing. 38mm now going down from the middle. Press escape and duplicate that on the other side. Now, couldn't we just mirror it, sir? We could, but it's probably quicker just to do it this way. Or couldn't we found the center, drawn a middle line, and then gone that way? We could have. There's heaps of different ways you can do this. I just like doing it this way. Then we're going to utilize the line tool again. We're going to come to the very center of this one here, of the very end, and I want you to draw in a massive 21mm line. Going up, press escape, go to the line tool, and draw yourself another 21mm line going down. Press escape. We now require the interpolation spline tool. Come down, select the interpolation spline tool, and we're going to come across to halfway along this line here. And you'll see that it's going to go green at that halfway point. Select that halfway point, go up, and select the outside of each edge, and then press the green tick after you've drawn 1/2. Then we're going to do the exact same to the bottom, joining at that end point there, coming down 38, 38, and 21. Press the green tick. What we're going to do now is we're going to do an extrude remove from the exterior surface. So press finish sketch, press E for extrude, and select the outside part of that plane body. So if I show you again, I'm selecting E for extrude, and I'm coming through and I'm selecting not the interior, but outside of the plane body, just in the big rectangle we drew. Select that, and it's going to give you this. Now once again, I could just say go the opposite direction, and it will cover more than the depth of the plane. But a safer way to do it is to always go all if you're going to be wanting to remove all, and press OK. You've now mostly completed this. We need to do a sketch now on the very front face. So for me, I'm going to turn this a bit. I'm going to choose the right plane. I'm going to locate it so I'm looking at it straight on. So this is the bottom rebate here. And I'm going to sketch. And I'm going to sketch on that front plate just there. I'm going to project some geometry. I'm just going to select the center. And you'll see that because I just clicked in the center square, because I click in the center square, it's going to try and project anything it can see. So they're backlines. You can see it highlighting from the rear tail as it comes up. I just want the square there. And it's given me a yellow box. Then I'm going to use the line tool and I'm going to simply draw from one corner to another. Press escape, select the circle tool. And what was the shortcut for the circle tool? Control-Shift-C indeed. Or you can go up and select the circle tool. Come to the circle tool and select that. And you're going to draw yourself a 3mm hole. Now this time we are going to extrude this one. So we're going to press escape and delete that line there. And we may as well then just press finish sketch. Press extrude and zoom in and select that. Now, we don't want it coming out and we definitely don't want it going back in 85mm. So we're going to change that to 5mm and send it the opposite direction so that we're removing material. You will have created a hole here. We now need to create those locating sketches. So on the bottom here, come through, go sketch, and select the bottom there. Once again, I'm going to flip it so it's within my vision. I'm then going to use the project tool to select here. I'm going to use the line tool. I'm going to find the center of that. Now I happen to know that the measurement is 75mm, but it should lock onto that. But anyway, I'm going to type in 75mm. And what I didn't do was check it was going flat, so I'm going to delete that. Make sure you're always checking that. If you do, hang on, Control Z. If you do zoom in and you can see that the line has the smallest bit of wobble, it's just off whatever degree it may be. To this it should be running at 90. So coming across here. So here it's saying it's at 180 degrees, type in 75 and press OK. Get the circle tool. Find the center and draw yourself a 3mm circle. And if it works, there you go. Then delete the extra lines because they're just going to show up on your drawing and be annoying. Yep. Come through, collect, finish, sketch. We now need to do one of those to the top. So start, select here. Now a great feature about this is if I'm drawing another circle, no, it's not going to do it. Use project, come through and see if we can project that. And we can, if we come around, find the bottom, and if we select that line, it should have projected that straight onto the top for us. Can be a bit fiddly sometimes trying to flip around, but as you can see, there's our 3mm circle sitting in the exact same place. So you use your project geometry tool for that. Press finish sketch, and we need to draw one more sketch in here. So we're going to sketch, select. I'm going to flip that so I can see that better. I'm going to utilize the project tool to start off with, to just project me that line and that line. I'm then going to utilize the line tool to come through, find the center and connect those two dots like that, send it to the other center, which will give us a 42mm line there. Then I'm going to get the circle tool, come through, find the center point and type 3mm. Press escape. And I'm going to delete that line there because it's not required, and press finish sketch. The last thing, as always, that we need to do is we need to add some texture. Now, surely you're good at this by now, but if you're not, feel free to watch along. I went to Tools, Materials. This one is going to be a walnut. Come across, apply that texture, press Escape. And finally, we haven't done this yet, go through and save your piece. You don't want to be doing this videos or this set of videos again. File, we can just go save. And we're going to save this as plain body. You could save it just as body, but plain body works as well. And press save. Awesome job on finishing that off. And yes, that was not a seamless little join there, or splice of the film. That's all right. What you're going to be doing next is we're going to go through and you're going to create an assembly. So you're taking individual parts to putting it together. But let's save that for the next video. Congrats on finishing yet again another movie. Stoked for you. Keep having an awesome day.